Welcome to SmartLoving Insights. This episode is titled, When I Am Winning, We Are Usually Losing. Our mentors were talking to us about a frustrating argument and they said, you can either be right or you can be won, but you can't be both. They were right, of course, but we struggled to put it into practice. It would not be the last time either. Like just this past weekend, the argument was over handling a distressed toddler. It's a well-worn path for us, and now it's playing out through our grandchildren. We'd been caring for the two girls for a second day, and it was bedtime. Everyone was tired and grumpy, especially the grandparents. Things were not going well between us. We bit our tongues to avoid upsetting the girls, but a quiet fury was simmering below the surface. With girls in bed, Byron reached out with a wordless touch of conciliation. But Francine wasn't ready to let it go, and a coldness persisted between us. We were definitely losing at this point. Pride, the enemy of unity. Pride is the enemy of unity. It manifests in us as a desire to be proven right, to be victorious over the other. Pride makes us stubborn and defensive. Our pride can keep an argument going indefinitely. Every day provides new data to sustain our point of view. It leads us to resist resolution with unholy determination. Even after a truce, pride secretly keeps the tab open, waiting for the moment of vindication. It is such an ugly part of our fallen nature. No wonder pride is considered the worst of the 7 deadly sins and the gateway to the other 6: wrath, envy, sloth, greed, lust, and gluttony. When captured by pride, it's not uncommon for us to lash out in self-righteous anger whenever we feel wronged, or to zone out, leaving our spouse to do chores we should do. We might resent that they have it easier than us, or indulge in escapist behaviours like eating or drinking to excess, shopping or gambling or pornography. Pride is profoundly I-centered. It defends our threatened ego by diminishing the other and consequently puts distance between us. Pride orientates our desire towards being better than our spouse rather than towards being united in love and service. Fortunately for us, a weekly holy hour in our parish on Monday evenings provides a regular opportunity to reflect on the state of our union. It's good timing because after a weekend together, we often have plenty of material for our examination of conscience, from me to we. So practically, how do we deal with our pride? According to St. Augustine, humility is the virtue to counter it. It was pride that changed angels into devils. It is humility that makes men as angels. Humility is resisted in our culture, with many seeing it as equivalent to a negative self-esteem. People argue it is responsible for maintaining power imbalance and is even dangerous in abusive relationships. Yet this is a misunderstanding of humility. C.S. Lewis described it this way: humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. If we're thinking less of ourselves, we're thinking more about the other. In other words, it fosters other-centeredness. Humility empowers us to go beyond our ego defenses and to have compassion for the interior turmoil of the other. It enables us to suspend judgment and to resist taking preemptive offence from their words or actions. A careless gesture or unkind word might still happen, but instead of taking immediate and furious offence and thus escalating it to an argument, humility focuses on the other's pain rather than our own. How many of our arguments and mishaps could have been avoided if either of us had a little more humility and a little less pride? How many may have been repaired more quickly? Humility is the foundation of harmony and love between husband and wife. It helps us get the focus off winning and onto each other, and that's a win for us. You've been listening to SmartLoving Insights. You can find more great content, on-demand courses, and relationship coaching at smartloving.org.
It is easy to get discouraged when there is disconnection in our marriage. Arguments over petty incidents, too busy to romance each other, crowded with other responsibilities. All marriages go through periods where we need a breakthrough in our relationship. The SmartLoving Breakthrough course will teach you how arguments happen, how to manage them better or avoid them altogether. Understand your internal drivers and how your spouse is triggering you. Process the pain of past injuries, making you stronger and less reactive. Visit smartloving.org/breakthrough. The SmartLoving Breakthrough course can be done by a couple or by an individual who is in a marriage that is in distress. Visit smartloving.org/breakthrough to enrol today. Gift certificates are also available should you want to purchase the course for a friend or family member.